What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Crisis on Earth X Night 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, they should have done that. So what were your thoughts on night 2 before we get into my my little notes?
I mean, I liked it.
Did you like this night just as much as the first night? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, too. I think this is overall probably...
I might have liked this night a little better because there's more people in it.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in this one.
I don't really know the people from Legends all that well.
Yeah, they did that's the one thing I really love about these crossovers is like, because like I hate Alex on Supergirl. If you watch any of our review shows, you know that I actually really liked her in the crossover.
I don't know if I really liked her, but I liked her.
And I the more the episodes went on, I enjoyed her more and more. And like I wasn't like, she's doing a scene. Like I was like, oh, okay, this will be interesting. And then like the new girl named Zari, the new girl on Legends. I don't really like her as much on the show just because she's new. I don't know much about her.
Right.
But like I even liked her and like just like the way they like in the fight scenes. Like there's a one Mr. Terrific throws the T-sphere and Adam's on it and stuff like that. Like it's so cool how they mix the characters.
It was cool when he stopped Reverse of Flash's knife.
Yeah, I actually have that written down. That was a really cool scene because he's like, Oliver, Earth X Oliver's like, just do it already. He's like, I'm trying, but it won't go. And then like you see it's little Adam holding it up.
Yeah.
Like he did a lot of cool things like that. And then like also he used a giant hand and smacked some of the Nazis in the wall. Like they did a lot of stuff with him shrinking and getting big and all that, which is cool because they don't use that a lot in Legends, which I wish they did more.
Which is I find weird because that's his only power.
Yeah, more it's just them running
It'd be like
from people.
having Ant-Man not move around.
Yeah, it's very odd the things. It's because they get these really big ideas on Legends and then blow their budget and then they can't do it. But yeah, that I like that on the crossover that they got to do that more. But all right, so we'll go into my first note, which is what did you think of the Reverse Flash being in his wheelchair again in the beginning when he was talking to Kara?
It was kind of cool to see him like just like I had flashbacks.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
You had reverse flashbacks.
Yeah, but then I'm like, what? You know,
it was pointless to do to Kara because she doesn't know he did that.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I was like, oh, because it's him. Like, they really keep hitting home that this is the Reverse Flash, you know.
Yeah.
They really want us to know that. I
was like, does he need that to charge up again? What the hell?
I was wondering about that, too. My next thing I written down is I really liked Felicity's Die Hard joke when they were going through the air vents, and she's like, come on, McClane, let's go.
You wrote that down?
Yeah, that was really funny. My boy Captain Cold saved them. They were all about to get shot down.
He's not your boy, Captain
because
Cold.
Lance...
He was a different Captain Cold.
No, Wentworth Miller is my boy. And he saved them. I love him. And I think
it's kind of weird.
I think I like the Earth X him more because he's just a lot more fun. Like the other one's fun, but this one's like silly kind of. Like he's like
he was super
hitting
silly.
on Oliver, hitting on Sarah, kissing the Ray. Like he's just I like this one. I'm excited to see him on. He's gonna be in a couple episodes of Legends, and then he's done playing Captain Cold. So this is like the last version of the character he'll play.
Oh, that's why he didn't go back because he's going on Legends.
Yeah, he's gonna be on a couple episodes. I think. I don't think they've said how many, but I know they're filming episodes now, and he's already said he's done. So
I thought Heatwave was funny. I don't get to see him too often.
Yeah, me and Taylor talked about this because like she watches Legends a little bit. He's the funniest guy on that show.
Oh yeah, by far.
He's kind of like the Drax of that team.
I can see that.
Yeah. Like we didn't talk about this the first night, but when he was trying to get Killer Frost to turn, he's like, "Boo!"
Yeah.
Worth a shot. Then went back to drinking his beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like him.
He was mad because he died on the other Earth, trying
to
save cops.
I like that too.
Or pigs, as he called them.
I actually liked the scenes with Earth X, Win, and Alex. I like that when like they were arguing, and she was telling him about how
it was
Kara on her Earth has saved him multiple times and all that. And, like they do anything for each other,
which means nothing.
And he was kind of like. But yeah, same thing. Well, you know, the car on this Earth would fucking kill me in a second, so I'm going to blow up that place. But I liked how much of a dick he was, and it was cool seeing that character be different.
Yeah, it was cool because he's kind of a wuss normally.
Yeah, and just like the tech guy, but this one he was like the leader in charge of, I guess, the freedom fighters.
So basically,
whatever
everyone had a doppelganger except for Martian Manhunter.
And Barry, even though Barry's in the
Barry.
fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
Where is Earth X Barry?
I meant from Supergirl.
Yeah, because we got to see Guardian die. So I'm assuming Guardian was with the Ray and Captain Cold and all them.
Yeah.
So my next thing I've written down is so Reverse Flash fought Superman in the future, apparently. That's interesting. Supergirl's like, oh, my cousin will find you. He's like, oh, funny story about that. I fought him. He's fast, but I'm faster. So, like, that...
He basically said he killed Superman.
Yeah, in the future he said that, which that I found that really cool and interesting. But like, so obviously, I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be her Superman because
Right.
there's not a Superman on Earth One. But I thought that was really interesting that they kind of threw that out there, that
Yeah.
he's killed Superman. Do you think Reverse Flash was telling the truth when he said no one's heard of Felicity Smoke in the future? Because I mean, she's trying to do that startup with Curtis and all that. So if
Uh.
that's successful, someone should know of them. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah, but he's talking about superheroes. I don't think he's talking about like just
You
people
think
in
you think it's just
general.
getting in her head?
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's what I initially thought, but I was like, I should write that down just in case.
Or because they got married at the end, she changed her name to Felicity.
Oh, Felicity Queen, and that's why.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Um. Oh, even though I knew it was gonna happen, it was sad when Stein died.
Yeah. See, I wasn't sad
Yeah,
because
because you don't
I
really
don't
watch
know.
Legends, and
Yeah.
like Flash season 1 was a while ago.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, all right, he's dead.
It was kind of sad, just like see.
Well, and everyone knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, that was a really poorly. That was almost worse kept secret than Superman coming back in Justice League.
Yeah, it's just like.
Like, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it was still sad to see one of the characters in the show die. The scene with Adam and Supergirl, we just talked about that. With he's on reverse, or where he stops Reverse Flash from stabbing her.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool scene. That scene where they all get back to Earth 1 finally, and it's everybody versus Metallo. I really like that scene. That was really cool, that fight scene.
It was cool
And
at the
then-
end when his head blew off.
Yeah, and you hear Black Canary make a joke, or yeah, I guess she's Black Canary.
Yeah.
So it's like the Terminator, then Cisco starts laughing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They I thought it was cool when Flash and was his name Ray.
Yeah, it's the Ray.
The Ray.
But same thing, basically.
I don't want to get him confused with.
Ray Palmer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they were fighting that tornado dude.
Yeah, that was, I didn't write that down, I meant to, though. That was a pretty cool scene. I mean, it was all CGI,
Yeah.
but it was really cool seeing
I mean, I
them
didn't
fight.
really think there was a tornado coming.
Oh, you didn't think they made that? That's where all
Nah.
the budget went for
Yeah.
this crossover. But that was cool, because like, we kind of got the Red Tornado in Supergirl Season 1,
Don't even remember.
but it was super shitty. It, like, barely looked like him. It was just real bad. But it was cool seeing, like, a true version of him on here and seeing Flash and a new character. Like, when Flash threw the lightning bolt and the Ray did his light
Yeah.
shit and, like, they destroyed him like that, that was pretty cool. What did I write? Oh,
so
yeah.
was that really the guy that was in?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either. There's a scene, and if you guys watch Paige on YouTube, just so we don't look like the only dumbasses, he also called him out. At Barry and Iris's wedding.
He's also apparently mad that they got married at the end.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get into that.
Ooh.
Well, not like, but you know, there's a guy sitting right next to, I can't think of his name, the Captain Singh, at Barry and Iris' wedding, and it looks just like the actor who plays the Ray. And Paige even said that, so that's what kind of confirmed it from my head. Because if I watch a YouTube video, it's truth for me.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
but
you're completely false.
they never said anything else about it, and it wouldn't be like that's his Earth One doppelganger because he is his Earth One doppelganger.
No, and which that didn't make sense either to me.
Well, I mean,
I'm from Earth One.
it kind of makes sense if you know the character's backstory. Which the only reason I read one comic of him, which is like his parents, which I'm hoping they're doing the same thing. Because I mean, they made him still be gay. He has the same powers, but like his mom never lets him leave the house as he's allergic to basically outside and all that, and like light. So like he doesn't watch TV. He can't do any of that stuff. And then eventually he goes outside and gets like sucked into like a light post or whatever, the one that I read. And like that's how his powers is all light based. And his mom, I guess, knew that, but didn't want him to go outside because he'd get powers and all that. So it would kind of make sense if up until recently this Nazi stuff or something, or he came out, got his powers, and then got sucked to Earth X. I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it in the in the animated show. So it would kind of make sense if for a while these shows have been going on, we haven't heard of him, because he could be like locked up in his house basically.
Oh, I got you.
But yeah, it is. I feel like they should have just been like, yeah, he's Earth X, and just made it simple.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was just, I don't know. It was weird to me. He's like, "Oh, I'm from Earth One," and it's also weird.
It didn't really add much to the story either.
And I don't read comics, so forgive me. But if you live on Earth X, isn't that Earth One to you?
Well, I mean, in reality, you would say yeah, but in the comics, no, because like they know like what Earth, because like Earth 1 is the main Earth that, like, that's where the true events happen. Because you know how they say like, oh, if you clip your toenails today, there's an alternate universe where you didn't clip your toenails, stuff like that. So like Earth 1 is where everything is like based, and then it trickles down. But the way comics work, it ends up just getting weirder and weirder, where like it doesn't really make sense. But yeah,
No, yeah,
but I
totally.
see your point totally. That should be his Earth one.
Yeah.
But they know of the multiverse, so like for some reason every Earth has a number.
But everyone's like, "Oh, you're from a different Earth?
Yeah,
We're Earth 23." Like,
I get that. Um,
but I don't read comics.
I really liked the scene when Heatwave called Captain Cold a gangbanger.
Oh, that was actually kind of
That was really funny. You're not him. You're just a gangbanger, doppelganger. So I'm not 100% on this, but I'm pretty sure Stephen Amell teased that there's a special guest voice on this half of the crossover. So I put down that Gideon on the Earth X Wave Riders. I'm pretty sure Oliver's mom. I don't know her. I don't know her name, but it sounded just like her. And like they could have just simply made it be the same actress who does Gideon.
You would know better than me, 'cause how many times have you watched Arrow?
Every time there's a new season, I rewatch it probably like once or twice.
Jesus
I rewatch it a
Christ.
lot. Plus, every time I do a kill count, I gotta watch the whole season. So I've seen it a lot. So I'm pretty sure it's her. I was really surprised the Flash let Reverse Flash just go away, and he was like, "I wonder what face I'll be wearing next time we meet."
Yeah.
That-
I mean, part of me was.
I assume they'd be like, "Oh, he's locked up in Argus," because that's what they do with Earth 1 villains, something like that. But like, because like they killed Supergirl or Overgirl, they killed Evil Oliver.
Well, is it Overgirl?
Yeah, that's her name.
I mean, she blew up. They didn't really kill her. Unless you
Yeah.
count not giving her a heart.
I guess yeah,
But
but
Oliver killed
but-
Oliver.
yeah, but so it was weird that and then Barry's just like, "Yeah, he let him go." Like they're all talking like, "Yeah, I got my bad guy. Yeah, I got mine. I chased him around for a bit. I punched him a couple times, but then I let him go."
Yeah, I don't. Part of me was surprised, but part of me isn't, 'cause that's Barry.
Yeah, but I thought he was gonna
Plus
knock.
if-
I thought he was gonna knock him out, and then then he'd be in Argus or something.
I
Like he'd be
think-
like, "I don't kill," but then like just hit him or
What if
something.
he killed him, and then that makes him not go to the past, and then
Yeah, he's. I
he's,
thought
he's
Flash
probably
was.
afraid to do anything.
It's true. Which we never got to see anything else with his daughter. I wonder when she'll come back up, or if she. I mean, it'd be weird if she didn't. Like, I'm surprised she didn't pop back up at the end of the finale. At least I'm assuming it's Barry's daughter. I don't know 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had a clue if you wouldn't have told me. So I just thought it was some weird girl at the wedding.
Some awkward chick.
Yeah,
Harry's up and away joke was pretty damn funny.
you laughed out loud.
I did. He's like, "You need to take her up and away."
And the funny thing is you didn't even laugh until he said away. It was like
Well, I was waiting for it.
you were. Wait for it.
I like that Diggle married them in the end. It was pretty cool that he wasn't in the entire cross. It's weird that all of Team Arrow was, which I get. You know, he was just in the hospital.
was
He
like-
can't do anything. He's working out his nerve damage shit.
Yeah.
But then
That's not old yet.
I know that is getting really old. But then they got him and he married Barry and Iris, and then Felicity's like, "Wait,
And I'm pretty sure I said that she was gonna.
you said
talk
yeah last night you said that Iris would talk her into it, which I agreed with you.
Oh.
But yeah, you did say it first. But that was cool. I like that he married them. I'm happy. I'm happy one because now Felicity and Oliver can't be like, "We're gonna get married. We're not gonna get married. We're together or not." Like it'll just be like a thing. They're married, whatever.
Right.
There'll be a relationship. Barry and Iris is a relationship. So I think it'll be cool. And then I've seen little like we just saw a little bit there. And I saw on Twitter pictures that the mid-season finale will partly be their wedding.
Oh, really?
And then
Like the reception.
yeah, then like some shit's supposed to go down with the FBI chick too as well in the mid-season finale of Arrow. Don't know much about Flash. I saw just briefly at the end of the show that he is in the Thinker's place, so something weird's gonna happen there.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's gonna get in trouble again.
Do you so do you think because tomorrow's the not tomorrow, next week's the mid-season finale? Do you think
Yeah.
do you think we'll know the Thinker's plan by the mid-season finale, like by the end of it, and
No.
then he'll be pushing, or do you think it'll just be
I don't think we'll know it till the end.
like till he's like actually doing it?
That's the thing. They can string that out. They'd be like, yeah, that's what he had planned every
That
time
I
something
guess
happens.
I guess that's true.
you
Yeah.
know?
So any other things that you want to talk about that happened in the crossover?
I was disappointed that there was no Bad Barry.
I was too. I was really looking forward to
I
Bad
wanted to
Barry because
see
I really liked just how much
like
of
a
a dick
black
he was in
Flash.
as Savitar.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed, but especially because like the promotional shit for the other show has it, so it just doesn't make sense, and it made me want it more. And like
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
weird.
I would have been surprised had I seen it, but I kind of wanted it.
yeah, So who was your after the whole crossover? We talked about it last night, but now after seeing everybody and the whole thing's done, who is your favorite Earth X villain?
I think it's a tie between Supergirl and Arrow.
and Arrow, both of them from Earth
But
X.
because they were different. In like Reverse Flash.
But
was the
Reverse
same.
Flash, we've seen him before. He's
Yeah.
doing the same shit.
But it was cool. Like even seeing like when Arrow pretends to be the Nazi Arrow, and then he
Yeah, that was a cool scene. Him and Lance, I like those
yeah,
scenes.
and then he just took on everybody.
Yeah,
That was cool. I like that. It was just cool seeing him different.
yeah. I agree with you. I think those are my favorite, just because we've seen Reverse Flash a bunch of times.
Yeah, if it would have been a different like Flash, like if
It might have been give us
it would
different.
just
Yeah,
been an evil Flash, that would have been cool. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But not that it was bad or anything. It's just if you make me pick one or the other.
Yeah, I get that. I think like I like the secondary characters that they had, like be Nazis and stuff like that. I think Lance is my number one. Just like because
That's just because you like him, huh?
well, I like him, but like seeing that scene with him and Sarah, and he basically said he killed his daughter because she was a lesbian, and like talking that, and like his scene when he tried to trick Oliver into killing Felicity. He's like, "You think I'd give you a gun?" Like stuff like that. Those were like really cool scenes to see him do.
Yeah.
It was interesting seeing.
He wasn't in it very much, but
Yeah.
I did like him in it.
But it was interesting seeing like a Holocausty victim, Felicity, with like all black hair,
Yeah, she looked like herself in college.
and then like we just never saw again after Oliver gave her a gun and you think like we'd see a scene where he's like making sure she's safe.
Nah, she went down the hall and got shot by Nazis.
Probably, because like
He's
for
like,
all we
"Ah."
know, this girl's never shot in a gun in her life.
Yeah, she's fucked.
My one thing that kind of bugged me throughout the crossover, but like it wasn't like enough to like ruin anything for me, obviously, was that the Nazis reminded me a lot of Stormtroopers were. Like anybody could take them down. Like Felicity and Iris, there was that one scene where they're in the
yeah.
pipeline or whatever at Star Labs, and they come down like freeze, and then Iris is like grabbing stuff over there, and they're just aiming their guns still. They could have totally shot her, and they didn't. And and then they hit them with the guns, and they keep taking down Nazis like that, and it was kind of silly, but it didn't bother me too much.
From Wolfenstein, if you're playing like on the baby level.
Yeah, totally, yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, I gotta reload while you shoot me. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
But I think this is definitely my favorite crossover out of all of them that they've done.
I mean, it's not even fair to compare.
Yeah, because the other ones, I mean, like you said last night, the other ones at the time were like, oh, those are like a movie, but this is like a legit movie, and those were like crossovers.
Last year was kind of cool. It was lame with Supergirl, but then, it was too much of this is Flash's episode.
Yeah,
this is
they did a
Arrow's
really good job. I don't think they even need, other than Arrow being on Thursday night and there'd be a gap. They didn't really need to move it much because it wouldn't have mattered. They could have called anybody's episode.
Yeah.
But
the Legends episode had all the legends in it, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, well,
they're like the
it was weird that so that team was just off doing missions while the other people were at a wedding, and then they just showed up because like
they were invited.
But it was like,
although did Barry even know there was new people? Oh, I guess so.
I
I
don't get why Adam wasn't invited to their wedding. Adam is good friends with everybody. He was in Arrow. He's been on Flash a couple times. They've hung out plenty of times. They did a whole crossover last year.
Maybe he's mad.
They invited Heatwave to the wedding, but they didn't invite Adam. Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like I didn't even think about that until the end of last night's episode, and then him showing up now.
Yeah.
I did have to think that by the end when like they're all fighting, it was a lot cooler, made a lot more sense because last year they're all just fighting like CGI aliens or whatever, but like this year like. Barry's fighting Reverse Flash. Kara's fighting Evil Kara. Then like, same with Oliver. And then they got Wave Rider versus Wave Rider with like Harry and Cisco and all that.
Yeah.
Like those are some really cool stuff.
It's funny that like that's how it turns out. Like, what if like Flash fought Supergirl?
Yeah. Like it is funny how they all
like,
team up with themselves just because they know that we want to see Barry fighting Evil Barry, stuff like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Any last things you want to say about it before we wrap it up?
I mean,
wow, what a great way to end the show. End on a high note. I don't know. My name's Nick. I don't got much to say.
No, I mean, you're the note taker.
Yeah, that's true.
We could talk about why you're wearing a hat.
Yeah, but we don't have to. All right, so that's all the time we got this week, guys. We'll be back next week talking about all the shows in their normal times.
I
Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, no Legends because this guy doesn't watch it. So yeah, we'll see you guys then.